What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be covering part 1 of 1.2 basic classes of functions. So let's get started. So the first thing that we'll be learning about are linear functions. Linear functions come in the form y equals mx plus b, or f of x equals mx plus b. The special thing about linear functions is that they increase or decrease at a constant rate. And that rate is m. Okay, so I have a challenge for you. I challenge you to pause this video and fill out the table, and then when you're ready, come back and we can verify the answers for ourselves. All right, so now imagine that you're already done with filling out the table, or you just want to see the answers to the table. So let's get to it. So in order to solve for f of x, all you gotta do is just plug an x into that equation up there. So let's just go and do that. So you plug in -1, you get 2 times -1 plus 3, which is just 1 because it's 3 minus 2. If you plug in 0, you just get 2 times 0 plus 3, which is just 3. If you plug in 1.5 for x, you get 3 plus 3, which is 6. And then if you plug in 2 for x, you get 2 times 2, which is 4, plus 3, which is 7. All right? Now let's calculate delta x, which is your change in x. All right? So what's the change in x from -1 to 0? Well, x increases by 1. What's the change in x, the difference in x from 0 and 1.5? It's just 1.5. What's the difference in x between 2 and 1.5? It's 0.5. Now let's find the change in f. So 3 minus 1 is 2. 6 minus 3 is 3. And then 7 minus 6 is 1. All right, now let's find delta f divided by delta x. So that's just 2. 3 divided by 1.5 is 2. And 1 divided by half is also 2. All right? You notice how delta f over delta x is always the same? Delta f over delta x tells us the rate at which f(x) is increasing compared to x, all right? And that's the thing about linear functions. The rate at which they increase or decrease is always going to be the same. And you see how that delta f over delta x is 2? Guess what else is 2? M. So delta f over delta x is also the same as m, which in this case is 2. Okay, so now I challenge you to pause the video and try to graph f(x) equals 2x plus 3. You ready? Okay, so the first step is identifying what m and b are. So m in this case equals 2, right? And b equals 3. M we know tells us how quickly f(x) is increasing, all right? B tells us what the y-intercept is, all right? So we know the y-intercept is at y equals 3. So that's the first point. And then with linear graphs, you have to just draw a second point, all right? Since we know that m is 2, all you gotta do is just go right 1 and then up 2. That's how you calculate. That's how you do linear functions. So just go right 1. So here, you have to go up there, and that's how you do it. So this is delta x, which is just 1, and this is just delta f, which is just 2. All right? So now once you do that, all you got to do is just draw a super straight line, and that's your linear graph. Delta f over delta x, you'll often hear, is called rise over run. So that tells us how much it rises divided by how much it runs in the x direction.